January 17th, 2024 will be known as one of the greatest days in all of gaming history. Why? Because Nintendo finally decided to drop Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age on Nintendo Switch Online. Come on over here. Zoom in a little bit more. Come on. Over here. What?
Stop it. Get some help.
Right, guys, I think it is pretty fair to say that Golden Sun is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, and it only has 3 games. I also have the DS one, but I don't feel like getting it out. It's somewhere in between there. But yeah, back to the subject. Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age is not just one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I mean, it really is. It is absolutely amazing, but it's also easy to get into. Like, if you're not really into the whole jrpg, turn-based style of gaming, this is probably the best way to go, because the combat is so fluid and so fast. It is just like boom 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 and you're done. Like, you're in and out of a battle within like 15 to 30 seconds, depending on how complicated you want to get into it. You can just mash A and just do that. And that does work, but there are other types of battles. But we're not getting into all of that. I literally just want to gush about these games for a little bit, because Nintendo finally chose to release them, and I literally cannot believe that they did it. And like normal, it always has to be at the tail end of a console. Like, why do they have to do this every single time? Like what happened with the 3DS. They dropped Metroid Return of Samus, which was an amazing game, but right when they had already announced the Switch, so like nobody played it. Nintendo. But yeah, this game, like, I cannot sing enough praises about, guys. If you guys are not into JRPGs, or not really into it, and you kind of want to try a game out, this is probably going to be one of the easiest and safest and most memorable bets that you will get. These games are truly magnificent, and they still hold up to this day. Not only is the combat amazing, but the games just look gorgeous. Like, they really do. And remember, this game came out in like 2001, I believe. Like, they both came out around that time. So these are early in the 2000s, and they came out on the Game Boy Advance. Something that, not exactly the most overpowered thing, but it had some bangers on it. Like, it had some excellent games, and these are definitely one of those. Now, I was lucky enough to buy myself a couple of complete in-box versions of those games, so they are nice and minty fresh. They look absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, that was around 2020, so it was a little expensive, but not too bad compared to what it is nowadays. But yeah, like, I haven't beat these games since 2020, and I beat them on a Game Boy Advance SP, which is like this big of a screen. So like, you would think that I would have been like, I can probably skip the first one and just go play the second one or whatever. No, that is not what's going on. These games are still amazing, and I am having a blast playing them on my Nintendo Switch. And one thing that I love about the Nintendo Switch is the fact that it kind of blows up the screen. So, it makes it look good, but, for blind people like myself, it makes it so that we can actually see what's going on, see all that detail, because of how big the screen size is compared to, a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Advance SP, where, you got a tiny little screen. So yeah, it's amazing, and I, for one, am just looking to have a blast on it. And on top of that, I haven't tested this yet, but since it is on the Game Boy Advance Online on the Nintendo Switch, technically you should be able to use the battle aspect to it, which is another thing. Like, when have you ever heard a JRPG have a multiplayer aspect to it like that? That does not happen very often. I will say this though, if you do embark on your journey and play these games, you will absolutely love it, but at the same time, you will hate just one little tiny thing about it, which is kind of hilarious. When you beat the first one, it will give you a code, and you will use that code to transfer your save data over to the second game. and you can basically continue on with your party in a certain way. You know, I don't want to do any spoilers or anything like that, but you can continue with your party into the second game, and they can have their items, their level, all of that stuff is gonna cross over. This game is amazing. So yes, guys, for you guys that know about this game, you obviously know this is a must play. This is no ifs, ands, or buts. It is an amazing game, and it is a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. But for you guys that don't know too much about it, I'd say take a risk. You will not be disappointed, especially if you like JRPGs. If you like JRPGs, man, this is cream of the crop. Seriously.
The cream of the crop!
Right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I said that in the beginning. Whoops. Alright, guys, we will see you guys on the next video. Peace! Seriously, guys, go play these games. Go play them. They are amazing.